and me can't see the house. So me call the liar when me transfer me 10%. Cause them a talk about me. Me a buto. Me love pay things with cash. Me not really do mortgage and them something there. And she a tell me a wealth building. Well, me tell her for wealth out my bum. And give me back my money right now. Hi, tea timers. Thank you for tuning in to episode 9. Yes, my love, me come back with me a 9 voice. Yes, boo for you, Ray for my annoying voice because it's raking in the money. Yes, yes, Lord God. We don't have no whole heap of time, but shout out to Teresa for my beautiful suit. Thank you. Thank you for everyone for tuning in and making it the #1 show on YouTube. Now, we are approaching the Brock section. Don't get excited. We don't like this section, so we are going to do it quick and fast. I will not say again. Just nobody out the part where I talk about the because them obsessed. Yes, big woman thing is global. Coming like me need for go over OnlyFans. The way you know obsessed. But no, it nothing. You really go take up your white squall mouth and go talk, say, put it where him say. Play him. You don't leave a like, hear him. Listen.
Uno is nothing in entertainment, you know. You don't work at digital, you know. What you do for music? Uno not do nothing. Shelly, what you do for cloud music? Eh?
I would do nothing. Nothing. Tifa! And I acted! Miss Kitty! Rising Stars! And me and my husband even went as far as to adopt Delando, who came third on Rising Stars. Put him up, I'm a son. Yes, we'll put him through private school. And now he has a big manager job. Me now tell you no cause no bad mile and walk on the obia. Not us. And then another thing. And me make him link with Big Bad TJ Records and have a #1 song in Kenya. Yes, look him up. Delando have a #1 song when he was 16 years old and him never have to go on nothing. Moving on. Ramesh Entertainment. Who started? Ramesh, put up Ramesh. I know, say, you're bossy and everything, you know, and you're rich. But tell them who started. Who believe in you, Ramesh? And who cut the check them? Cause none of my check them no bounce. No, my love. Lord Jesus. Oh, Devin, the youngest to ever reach Grammys. That before Koffee come and take the title. Yes, my love, we reach up a Grammys and your girl did look better than Jennifer Lopez. Why you do it for? All right, we don't want to know where Nuffy Duffy music. Put up him Nuffy sound.
Yo.
It stopped right there. And Sita, you're a good artist. Run like bolts. But don't run in a scamming organization, Lock it in with somebody else that can elevate you. No, don't come to me. Me full up. Book out. Me have dovey. Yes, me book for Intense in the Caribbean. And yes, me have Louis Culture, who is performing tonight, Mr. Gangali at Rebel Salute. When you check out my artist, yes. We done with the Brock section. No man. I, we have one more. We have one more in the poor section. I put up Gollibop. Gollibop. Second time pod. Tea time. Gollibop. You find the interview, episode 2. Wanna go on back on episode 2 and see who draw out Gollibop out of the gully. Yay! Listen.
You can't fool Jamaican people. Jamaica people have sense. Anyway, a Clarendon. Anyway, in Jamaica, the 14 price of Jamaica. You think no idiot today? Everybody has sense, man. Remember the first time we go to Crown Hotel.
No, sir. No, sir. Chin, we need answers. Them say you never tell truth to Auntie Shelly. We want to know the size. Come on over here. Gollibop, you want to come over on the tea? Yes. Talk it how it go. We are going to split justice. Anyway, we can't stay in a broke section too long. Yes, my love. But done we don't know. All right. We in the champagne section. My favorite part. Footah.
Foot.
Footah.
Foot.
Footah. Yes, my love. Footah. When you feel leave the people, they remember say me like you, and you will know you straight like a arrow. Me not for ask Christ, but nothing wrong with the people them. If Koffee wanna be, who she wanna be? Koffee, walk out, girl, and you said Sam Smith. But you know what? I don't say. On hypocritical, when I have strength for Koffee, and what she want to do. But Drake, you for walk out too. Drake, walk out, Drake, walk out. Everybody free. Walk out, and where's the walk out? Baby, bad boys for life. Bad boy, you know what you did last summer. Not Koffee alone too. Come out internationally. You don't need to just come out for the queen. Elephant man, why you left bad boy so fast?
Oh, no.
Yes. So, this one is the update section. Yes. Guess who is a godmother? Put up my godson. Yes. No caption needed. How him look like? Yeah, me? Yes, my love. I was asked to be the godmother, and I said yes. And me go up on Amazon from last night and buy a pair of clothes that will not take back. All right. Now it's the big. Give me the drums. The big. Yeah, man. The big drum roll. The scamming section. Yes, love. Give me my cue cards. Yes, thank you. Oh, no. You see, it's not the scamming section. And the shopping section. A beer bounce check a guan at SSL. Yes. When I hear what go on. Lord Jesus, it's like a movie. Boy, you a star the show. I was star the show down there. I so much of them. Anyway, me have to follow a sequence of events, because me say it. Let me tell you, the news just are coming. So let me tell you something. We have named them something else For now, they're called, put up them new logo, Scamming Society at Large. Wanted for Usain Bolt 12 million and a whole heap of change. Yes, my love. US dollars, of course. Why not take... All right, this one, no. So, I have to slow it down for now. And I don't know how to do that voice, yeah, because this is my storytelling voice. Yes. So, here we go on now. Somebody close to Usain gained his trust. You know. Some people like with them own bands, and them dealership there. There was a whole heap of them. Them, some white Jamaicans. Yes, the whole of uptown attack. Them know all of them were gone, right? But remember, gal, don't want to get sued, so it's allegedly. Remember me a mix up. You remember I said nothing for true over here, but it might go so. You know the talk, you know the Schweppes, as Usain would have say. But him not say Schweppes right now. The man a say bounce check. And it no, stop laugh, a serious something we attack. So, guess what now? Him have a wealth, they make him put down a whole heap of millions. And the man put it down for him retirement fund. Yes. So everybody knows say is a retirement fund. And Miss Jean Panton put her up. She's a celebrity thief now. Girl chop all her baby father.
Oh no!
She chop. So them chop her. Because look like her chopping the it's too big. So she get fired. So, you know what the girl do? Go to the team and beg $5 million and give one sad story. Till the team say, what could have caused all of this? So how you got money go? She break down. And she say, it not dead there. Jesus! Me here say, Batman, go everybody, you go, come out of the shower and say, Casey, hold the twins. And me here say, me say X6, me see beer, but big vehicles, go down to SSL, me say, me airport, go sir, go jump, boom, I say, where me money there? Them say, we have to call the CEO, me hear the bodyguard say, you better find both money now. It gets so bad. It then break it down, my love. And say, but I like a 2,000 Jamaican in there. The team shock. They shot. Then hear on them chap Norman Peart, in farmer manager. But at 35,000, me richer, nah man, we can't depend on your case, we depend both case, because me no know is what you was doing. Me no know you have a friend, but you couldn't manage not even my puppy sale, and that's the truth. Yes, so, all right, so you know, say, Shelly get the information, so me have to stop film. Yes, my love, me no feel. Remember the last one, me just give a little. Because this deeper. This need a whole episode. Me might have to come back here Sunday and give you an update with my annoying voice. Yes, we're not going to talk about that now because we damn no time. So, by the time we go upon the, investigation, we go down on the website. Boom! They take down the board of directors, all of them picture. But my tea timers have it for you. Don't you worry. Play the video. And look and see if you no spot anybody. Yes, my love. Look who we find? A Zachary Harding that? Another woman with a Miss Allison Hemmings? How what kind of CFO una have? You was at Digicel. And that's why them broke. Because you could have missed 3 billion as what Nigel just said. Put up Nigel and him fool something about. I was shocked like you were. Yeah, you take long for come out though, Nigel. Big up. Wait name. Baby Sham. Yes, Baby Sham. You come out before Nigel when the whole place nervous over what's going on. Yes. So, here's it now. We reach here now. So, Jean Panton. Yes, she writes one affidavit and sign it with her lawyer. And we're thieving. No, man, me not just say. With her lawyer. All right, we not draw the lawyer in a this. Then she, this one, pay attention, tea timers. At 730,000 US dollars, she willingly says she thief. But hear this now. Hear it. You saying money now in that, you know? That a 30 hard-working Jamaican we put them hard-earning money in a. Yes, my love. The documents they on Teatime over Instagram. We don't have the time, but we have it. And everybody have that. Them send it to me 100 times. Yes. Yeah, both name never depend on the list there. Put the question mark. So a who thief bolt money? A who thief bolt money? Anna, she? Anna Eugene? All right. So how you hold it for? So the CEO no know nothing. The CFO no know nothing. The CEO Mark Cockery in favor one. I don't know where in favor. Began. He want to spray out. Yeah, him. Uno never know. Zakadin. Zachary Harding from Campion. Remember we used to eat the box lunch there right by the pagoda? I know you. I know say, you might think say, me not for talk and me like you and me like your wife like she said in the DM. But hear this now. When my son sick, nobody never send no pampers or nothing. Me say, oh, my love, Tia for spill. Tia go spill in every category. We never get no work. My love, yes. So we have to spill it. Babsy, remember when she did that one, like she want to use her tongue pan bolt. Babsy, you not go fight for bolts. You not fight for bolt money, you're not quiet. Lisa, remember? You did the name Pagoda, and we did go party and I see you in there. Knapsack, how you call it? Amok. Yes, and you prowl off. You not go ask them, how the money there? Why everybody not talk about this? Him need him money. You know how much what you saying has done for Jamaica? Una the shame! Me shame! And remember, say, he did have one big fat liar, one Jamaican liar. We sit with me and me sign 2 of the contracts, not the first one, 2. Me not remember him name. Them know say me all. So me a part of Team Bolt. And you know, say me never ask him for nothing. Me not go tell a lie. New Gent did send 3 Puma for me. Yes. And I did ask him one for, no bother. Well, I go drop that one. Yes. Yes. No worry yourself. Who knows, right? Good. Me can keep secret. Yeah. So am I team? Yeah. Nugent, son, I'm a godson. Wanna know who was burning up? Wanna know say the queen a mix up an investigation? When me get me little pittance from my millionaire husband. Me can't remember who sent me down to the scamming place. And me send when me talk to them, they might tell me all kind of something and me say, no, this no, me not safe. Me did want to buy an apartment or a house. And then put me on to one brownie where live uptown. She used to be a Sagicor. Yes, she have one podcast. Wealth. Wealth. How to get wealth. My love. My love, she carry me round one circle for one invisible house up a Jack's Hill there. And me say, she make me go to all blood tests and pay the coat life insurance up a Sagicor, 150,000 a month at when me name expensive, me love. And you know what the nurse asked me? She said, the lady will tell you for come here. You didn't know say she a get commission off of your life insurance money every month? Me say, me did know. And me can't see the house. So me call the liar when me transfer me 10%. Cause them a talk about me. Me a bottle. Me love pay things with cash. Me not really do mortgage and them something there. And she a tell me a wealth building. Well, me tell her for wealth out my bum. And give me back my money right now. Them so fine you. But be careful of all these people who calling themselves wealth managers. You have a lot of them. Yes, they are choppers. Yes, my love. Them chop people money, build house, beer town house. And then instead them put on one camera and say, I know how to build wealth. Look at, oh no, it's corrupt. But me not understand. You seeing? You never see the signs. No. You not see how much people come and how much go. Remember, when them say that this company was under investigation, it never ring no bell to nobody. Imagine, me not even have 1/10 of what you put, not even our the lowest fraction. Remember my dons, our the lowest fraction. They will understand, not even have, no, that are too much money. And then, let me tell you, say, 0.1% of your money. And me tell you, when them ready for chop my 1.1%, me karate them long time and say, una ramp with the queen. You know how much bunions. Remember, put up Usain foot. You know how much bunions him run for? On the brighten up, me say, wanna just beep out it. Cause me cross so you go, if you put me on the team, because girl woulda know what go on. Because you see right now, we are look for see who buy yacht recently. I follow the money. My team all over. Yeah, we talk about kissy Babsy. Lisa fi talk out. And yeah, man. Oh, Jesus. Oh, we go pass pan. You seeing? Where my father money? Put up my father. I'm so special. I want to them. Yes, him use him good voice. Jennifer Masado. Remember, Uptown Liars are choppy line. Them a choppy artists. Them do so chop, them a chop. Jennifer, remember you take out the whole gully guard. Me nearly say gully bag, but a mistake. Gully guard. Her money and fly out all everybody. Remember nigga never owe up a Hillel. So why you not take the man money and feel like it's yours? Una fi stop it. Jennifer, me know why you shit up yourself again, me love. You're not too old for this, man. I know, me know, say me not choppy line. Me said this year me got chop some of una, you see. Me I tell you no. Favor, me promise for burn you. But you seeing, this thing too big. So back to you seeing now. Yes. Ring the bell for me now. Ding, JLP, wanna come up here, wanna come close. The streets, not me. The streets attack, say, your boss did borrow some money and build a house. Also, the streets attack, say election money run out of this. Some of the directors are JLP contributors, and we want to know if you use our national heroes money. Yes, we need to know. Wanna DM all of the information. Yeah, man. All right. Put up FSC. Remember? Wanna remember when Olympics keep? When the BMW, what time Stuart's there, BMW, and one lady used to go around, pick up Usain everywhere. Judgment! As she was the FSC on the board, supposed to be checking the interest. Remember when you make all on the white friend them, I saw you seeing still. You seeing bolts. You seeing bolts. Sign it for me godfather. Sign it for me godmother. And my auntie brother. All I want to use up the truck legend. You never see? Say the money a dwindle. It not look right. Say it not look right. It not look right. Talk it loud. It not look right. What you say? We have to stay. Hey, una sell boat boss? How you mean? Put it up. Me feel like the first one, put up the big location. I'ma make some talk. That's a Jamaica location. The next one, no, more cryptic. Me afraid. Me swear says I won't be a mother talk. The man say there's a time for talk, a time to war, and a time that. Me feel is to reveal. We are gonna stay because them say all the way we are say a speculation, but them say the boss know a OT fit. So as we get it, we are gonna just bring it, come give on a hat. All right, tea timers. Yes. I just have 5 questions I want to ask Uno. And I'm going to drop it in the comment. I go read it from my phone, right? But how did Andrew Holness allegedly borrow funds from SSL to build his home? In your 2020 Declaration of Income and Assets, the latest available, you declared was worth 16.4 million. Are those still at SSL? Jesus. All right. Can you know the more them sending these questions? Why did the chairman of FSC in 2017 allow SSL to continue when it was a known problem institution? Jackie, why you never shut it down anyway? A big people thing. Yes. 3. If SSL failed to file its annual report for the period up to June 30, 2016, a lie. 90 days of closure of the financial year and granted credit of related parties in violation of orders issued in 2013. Why were they still allowed to operate? Jesus, is a friend something here? No, sir. Is this why 4, 5 question, remember? Is this why Mark Croskery put him up, jumped ship after and tried to sell off his stock? Zachary, did Mark ever get to sell off his stock that you blocked? Remember, that is in Loop News. In 2020, you said corrective measures were being taken. What were those measures? You said SSL is in safe hands. We have nothing to hide. Oh, Jesus. All right. So we move on. Right now, we are going to welcome our next guest on our episode 9. Wanna think this festive? Wait till the tea time guest. We are now in the Teatime Section. How may I bring? Because when this man roll, when him roll, that could be Jesus. Because when him walk through the mud, only Jesus could do it. Yes, me I bring him. Yes. How may I bring? Walk on, Raymond, walk on. I am so, oh my God. Raymond, the boots are kill me. Oh God. Yes. You know what it takes to look good at almost 70?
At almost what?
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, my age keep going up because them call me old woman.
Nobody that call you that have any sense.
Thank you. Una here, Raymond. Raymond.
How are you doing, Shelly?
How are you?
I'm good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Are you scared?
I'm interested.
Tell me, what do people them must say about tea time?
Well, I'll tell you something about it, is that I'm hearing more and more about it in the different spaces that I operate in. So I guess it is on trend. It's taking its place in modern media.
In the green space or the orange space?
I would say in most of the colors.
Jesus! Me is powerful! You see how me wear my red crown door? My golden, don't hide from the queen. You have to reach over here. What you tell the leader?
Which one are the leaders now?
No, Mark Goldin. You tell him to come over here?
Of course.
Why should he come over here?
Well, listen, one of the things that we have to understand about the Jamaican society is that it is not just one size fits all. And with modern media, everybody has their audience, and all audiences are important if you want to lead the country.
Leader,
So-
I have a whole heap of diaspora fans, you know.
Oh, I know that.
Them love the mix up, you know.
They love the information.
And the information. Yes, that is true. So, yeah, we have some questions. Like, we just want to jump in at the tea. We can jump in at the tea because
right
out
ahead.
there, it's hot right now. I was talking earlier, but the biggest scandal for rock, me don't know how many years. How would them name? What would them name, Janine?
Scamming society at large.
Scamming society at large. You hear about them?
Well, one thing I'll tell you is that it seems to me that something is definitely happening. A few weeks ago, would have heard about another financial institution.
NCB.
Then before that,
Scotia.
there was another one.
NCB again.
Today, there was something about a school where funds have gone missing. So it seems to me that a lot has to be done for institutions that have custody of people's money. They receive money from people for a specific purpose. More needs to be done to ensure that that money is properly protected and managed to protect consumers.
You have said something that just struck a nerve. Now, that's the principle of business. So,
Basic principle.
right? So, but people around the country, but now we can't assume that they abide, or even institutions, not
Right.
only country, but business. So, what you would have said to a CEO that is running a company on a deficit and made no alarm, but was celebrating in PR, when you put up Zachary.
Well, let me tell you, institutions is one thing, but it's people or individuals that make up the institution. And whether it's people like Bernie Madoff or it's like
up
Ponzi,
Bernie.
Ponzi scheme. A lot of people don't realize
Put up
that,
Ponzi.
that Ponzi scheme is actually named after somebody whose last name was Ponzi. So
There's somebody
countries-
that name Ponzi.
Yeah, man. Just
What
like
is his name? Because you're well educated.
I don't remember his first name. Is it Charles Ponzi?
Put up
But
Charles
his surname
Ponzi.
is Ponzi. And what that shows is that no matter how modern the society is, how robust the laws are, individuals are going to do what they can. As you said, there's a scamming culture globally, and it has landed in Jamaica in a very big way. So I am a little surprised that so far we haven't heard any official statement from the authorities trying to bring calm to the Jamaican society to say that your funds are safe. And where people have broken the law, especially white-collar crime, because we focus a lot about
Dialogues.
people who are being murdered or people who are crime producers. We don't speak a lot in this country about white-collar crime, and it is very real. Cyber crime is very real. Identity theft is very real. And I think that an appropriate message from the government should have come out by now to say to the Jamaican society, our financial institutions are safe.
You're very right, because right now me want to take out my little bit of money. Sajikor, you better have me little bit of much. But what you said, you're such an intelligent man, and you said something, and I don't want to miss a beat. So I want to touch the two Jamaicas, because you said something, and you remember say, Minister Bright like you.
Please.
Yeah, right. So we just say in the system, I want to take my time on this. So a man that dial and scam 100,000, 200,000, even even a $500,000, right? What would you say about how the government's response to that person, FBI fly down and all of that?
Yeah.
But the white collar scammers, they could take an account, and we don't know what is going to happen in the future. So we're hoping justice will be served. But we have seen it over and over, where white collar crime, and they get 12 months. There was the NCB prior. Remember the woman in her pajama, and she Bilal a theater with people money. But me not believe say she get more than 24 months, 30 months. It's still a slap on the wrist.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the two Jamaicas. I remember former Prime Minister Edward Seaga was credited with the idea of the two Jamaicas. I think if he was alive today, he would have probably lick him chest and call him chest one number and count up the amounts, because there are several Jamaicas operating at the same time in the same space.
You're the second person on this show to say that.
Yeah, man. And there has been a struggle with justice in this country. This is why most times you see a roadblock or any kind of protest, people are saying we want justice. I give you another example where the two Jamaicas were very obvious. The whole thing about having a spliff a couple of years ago. If a poor black youth on the road in the country in rural Jamaica was found with a spliff, it's straight jail and straight criminal record. But if it was somebody of a lighter shade from a wealthier community, probably with more than a spliff, it would have breeze off. And I think that the role for politics, the role for parliament, is an example in what happened with the decriminalization of ganja. I remember January 13, 2013, when I tabled the motion to decriminalize ganja, it was almost as if I had set a rocket into the sky and it mashed the sky and the sky was falling down.
All the big people just come in now
Right.
and reap off of what the people have been saying about this culture.
All along. But the good thing about it is that 10 years later, no matter what anybody wants to say, because some people did say a worklessness you deal with for come talk about ganja and things like that. But
look at them.
10 years later, one thing I know is that the crowd of young black men that used to say outside of courthouses just to go to say guilty, Your Honor, or guilty with explanation because of the simple possession of a spliff, that is totally gone. So the court system have more time to deal with some of the real crime that has crippled the society.
I've heard Mark Golding talking about that. I've also heard Chuck speak about that in a lesser degree. So in fairness.
Delroy Chuck. That's which Chuck you're talking?
Yes.
Yeah, I had to clarify which Chuck you meant.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
But make we move on to.
Can remember, so we just admit that there are more than one Jamaicans, so there are more than one Chucks. I just needed to find out which of the Chucks you were talking about.
You did notice me bring special mugs for you.
Listen, and I'm just going to say what's in this mug stays in this mug, but
it have to stay. Cheers. And mine hot. Oh, your own.
You know what your viewers are going to think? Him just talk about ganja. I bet you a ganja tea in the cup.
It have to be ganja tea. You know why?
It could be black mint.
No, it have to be ganja tea.
Or colon mint.
But know why? I'm have to wear red today because word on the street. Do. Please do it. Word on the street is that a GLP use out the whole of bulk money.
Well, can't drink and talk at the same time, so.
Jesus. One belch. Yeah. And you know, Sammy is not us. That's allegations and so.
And you see, this is a problem I'm having because this has been swirling around for a while. And you are correct. There's been a similar report about a number of institutions. And I think it's high time.
For transparency?
Not just for transparency, but for clarity. I mean, Parliament never sat yesterday, so maybe next week, Tuesday, the Minister of Finance will come and reassure or attempt to reassure the country that the financial institutions such as the FID, that or the Jamaica Depositors Securities Commission, I think it's called, the JDC, that these entities are working because it doesn't matter who you are.
True.
Or how much money you have. If you've worked hard, if you're following what the system and the structure say you must do, and then you can wake up and hear that you have been fleeced, then I think is late by now for the administration to have not made a declarative statement that our financial sector is safe.
I agree. So, you did hear say, Andrew did borrow from SSL to build the house?
I think I saw a reference to a filing that he had done some years ago to say that was one of the institutions that he would have received financing for. But
what do you mean? Like it's not a bank, it's an investment. So it would be his money, him. I don't know enough because remember my money stopped at Sagicor.
Yours reach far. Far.
You know
what? Listen, culturally in this country, a lot of us are graduates of the university today because our grandmothers throw partner.
True, partner.
Or got to a credit union.
True.
So your money reach far. The taller your monny is
I want
higher
security because me say Chris Zaka, hey Chris Zaka, me like you, but you see when me ramp with my money. All right, with the pan bolt money now. All right, so me like how you think, me like how you reason because you look like a people person and you split justice. I like that. You balance. All right, so we're going to put down Andrew House for now. So What about the PNP house?
Talk to me about the PNP.
You just
I'm an occupant, so that is something I can talk about. That's something
You're
I can talk-
occupant.
I'm an occupant in that house.
have a space.
I have a space.
And them can't move you.
Well, they've tried. There have been attempts in the past.
Back Brad! Let me tell you something.
Listen, it's not even a matter about back broad. The good thing about it is...
You know why? You know why? Because me know your struggles.
Yeah.
And the divisiveness in the country, first and foremost. PNP versus JLP. The PNP versus PNP is utter ridiculous.
Yeah.
I am tired, and I'm going to say it because my tea timers, I've never said it to them. I've said it on other platforms. And in good timing, I'm going to remind them. At this camera? All right. The opposition, even though they were beaten badly at the polls, is needed in this country. You hear me, Mark Golden? Take this one in. Get all your solid soldiers and get into gear. The people of Jamaica need people watching the corruption that is going on. We're tired of the foolishness. I just had to get that off of my chest.
No, but that's why democracy is important. That's why parliamentary democracy is important. It speaks to the two-ness of the system.
True.
One, you're going to have a force and you're going to have a counterbalance. And for the time being, the People's National Party within the framework of Jamaica's democracy forms the opposition. That's not a permanent address. That's just for the time being.
It cannot be a permanent address.
It shall not be a permanent address.
It shall not be, because me I go say it brawling. Me a vote for PNP.
Welcome.
Yes, but me might vote on out next time. But you see,
But that
this,
is your right.
But you see, the next time, me a vote. Make the man, the one where I run from Chuck, make him come check me door. Make him come check me.
That's the constituency you're in.
Yes,
Okay.
I want to run
but-
from that
and-
seat there, because Chuck, me I go talk about Chuck. Chuck, me change the door them where the rat did a squiggle through. Me tired of you. You bring rat up on my constituency. 16 years, me them love. Me never see a rat, and now me a fight them. And me not even see the garbage new truck on the road.
Yeah, I mean, that was something that was surprising to me, that when an official from the Solid Waste Management Authority said that several months in the parish of Portland there was no garbage collection at all. To run a society, there are 4 basic things that we need. I will prioritize them this way: proper public health care,
Healthcare, put up Tufton.
public education,
Put up Favor. Oh, you did hear about the gun?
as coming to security, safety,
Put up arrest.
right? And then the next one is a clean environment, clean communities in which business and schools and
And
families
that
can
is
operate.
the local government.
That would be part of local government.
Just educate me on one thing.
Yes.
Who is the person that oversees the garbage? I just want, because just for,
Okay, so that would be the National Solid Waste Management Authority, and I'd have to double check who the current CEO is. I think it's Audley Gordon, but let's double check
it's
that.
a private
It's a public entity.
Public
Run
by government, but who they report into.
So the National Solid Waste Management Authority is part of the Ministry of Local Government
Which
and
is
Community
put
Development.
up Desmond.
Yes.
Desmond, welcome to tea time, my love. Don't be a recurring guest, because the seat at over here.
Yeah.
Is there anything that, to me, there is so many things that is happening in this country. Remember, we used to do a show together.
As a matter of fact, I should have started there for those of your audience who don't know.
Tea timers.
In a sense, I had exited public life, and you were one of the persons who brought me back in public life, because after the situation in northeastern St. Elizabeth in 2016, and then the People's National Party lost the general election, sometimes at the first election after my removal, the PNP was unsuccessful. I decided, you know what, back to academia, back to my private life. But you and Simon Crossgill.
Put up Simon. I'm a boss. Put up
Yeah.
Simon.
Boy, bless
Can
up
I
to
big
Simon
up Simon?
Crossgill.
Big up Simon
Definitely.
Crossgill.
Yeah.
You have influenced me. Yes, with me. You love me because you WhatsApp me every time I give little trouble. And you and Raymond.
I remember the first time I met you on the set of Live at 7.
Live at 7.
And let me tell you something. It was the best fun I've had ever in an interview, and now here again.
And so it's like a destiny.
It's a Shelly and Quran thing.
Yes, it is. So tell me, what are some of the topics? Because them say my bully when me there, I'm gonna give people time for talk. But there's so many things that is happening in the country. I could put up a list because you see this scamming thing, it's running so deep in different. You just touch education. I haven't even begin to start get my molds on what's that situation.
Right.
But there's a fight break out in St. Thomas Technical High School. Yeah, we're gunplay.
You know, back in the day, I was a part of a program called the End Bullying Campaign, and we would go to several schools across the island, different schools across the island, and reason with youngsters about conflict resolution. So we had always had a situation with violence in school. We're a violent society, we might as well admit it. I think nobody has properly understood what the COVID pandemic and this studying from online, attending school online really meant. I think it interrupted normal socialization. And actually, I'm going to be very serious. I'm contemplating reaching out to the organization that used to be behind the End Bullying campaign. And perhaps you would join me. We need a couple of real good, serious Jamaicans from all walks of life to go back to your old school to begin with, and just go to other schools and listen to the children. They are if you ever want to hear the future speak, you go and sit down and invest your time talking to young people.
That's
and
so
they
true.
will let you know the Jamaica you're going to live in 5 years.
And Raymond, because if anything that you start, just know I will always support it. Because
Appreciate that.
me see the heart behind it. There's no hidden agenda. And it's something that, not this particular case, but it still bothers me because I have a platform that I used to talk heavily on, which was Twitter. I still talk, but I just don't talk for free. Girl, ting, turn up. Big up Teresa, my cat suit. Right. But I'm thinking that, like, I don't even remember. What did I say again, Raymond?
About Twitter?
Yes, Twitter. I remember my all. Yes. I was thinking that the JLP ladies, because there's a lot, and I always try to strike a balance, and I say, whoa, Andrew fly the gate. And him fly the gate more than PNP, I think, has in terms of there was a lot of MPs and new ones, new seats and all of that. But I'm thinking, with all the violence against women and children, none of them not come take up something and say, hey, we must come together and we have to lead a charge. I said it already and I say it again. My expectations of the First Lady was to lead campaigns such as what you have suggested. Hear me out. I expected, I had the respect for her was up your so. It reached up your, down your
But
so.
hold on, because I hear people use the phrase First Lady. When I hear First Lady, based on how the Jamaican society is set up, or First Lady is...
The angel.
No.
No, the angel.
No, well, the angel is always high on my list. Bless up. The First Lady in Jamaica, if we're going to use that phrase, is really the Governor General's wife, because the First Lady, for the countries that use the phrase First Lady, it's usually the wife of the head of state. And in this country, the head of state is Sir Patrick Allen. So the First Lady in my understanding, it should be Lady Patricia Allen. A lot of persons make reference to the Prime Minister's wife as the First Lady. But remember, she's a politician and a member of Parliament in her own right. So she really couldn't straddle both roles.
No, what Raymond is saying, Juliet, you're not first, you are second lady.
No, that's not what I said.
All right,
She's a deputy speaker of the House, and she's a member of Parliament for East Rural St. Andrew. But the First Lady is usually the wife of the head of state,
but
which would be Patricia
so
Allen.
everybody was referring to Juliet. So in this particular case, second lady, Miss Second Lady,
that's going to be splashed
Lord
all
Jesus,
over the place.
how you know, sir? Yeah, it has got splash and dash, Miss Second Lady. But come and we'll talk to you, Second Lady. We wanted you to lead campaigns like one suggested by Raymond. And we're saying this in the best, I am saying it. Shelly Quran with my big chest. Yeah, I am saying it because an expectation when we did tick the bell or the X or whatever we did do, we thought you would have done something similar. Me just had this woman in a higher esteem. If you're going to be in politics for a couple more years before PNP, at least do something with a contribution that people can say, this lady left a legacy, not for PNP, not for GLP, for the entire island that is dependent on Bro God and Mrs. Bro God. Her children need you. They're taking Molly. They're doing they're bullying. There's fights. There is... Open up your mouth and talk to them. Sure. Sometimes I want talking. That's why I do YouTube, because they can't shut me up over here, so.
I see you do that a couple of times today. Are you originally from Manchester?
No.
Because that's like older women in Manchester, when they're disciplining children, they don't even taught them just the eye and the ear. And if you don't understand the programming, your skin going to feel it.
Sit here. And you know, somebody did born right beside Vale Royal.
Really?
I'm a real royal. Not the one them, not the fake one them. Where run up and a bill up. I me born, me a royal, me and it. You know, me and Edward Seaga, our history.
Yeah.
Papa Jesus. This is a good time. Play me Edward Seaga DUB.
There's an Edward Seaga DUB.
For me.
Oh, okay.
So.
That's interesting that he's not only a former prime minister, but a late prime minister, and he's still trending for you to have a DUB. That's a legacy. That's a living legend right there.
Well, while Raymond on the show... Me fix my crown. Drop it. No. You know what is a nuffy?
I think I know what is a nuffy.
What is a nuffy?
Somebody that decide that whatever box you put them in, them going just bust out of the box and show up and be present. And as some people that
this is one where we attack.
Yeah.
Him just poor and bossy. But we just go shut him up now, cause we don't have no time for poor section. So since he's a politician, they up here and none of one. You can't talk about crutch all day long. Which one you can have Honorable Edward Seaga come to my studio and record for me? You believe that?
That would be magic.
Magic? Please put it up.
It's not only bigger and better, but she has what it takes and you don't. In this arena, there can be only one done. Shelly, take them to school.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Have another one from Edward Seaga. Come here, go write them off on episode 9.
This is Edward Seaga representing Shelly Ann. Tonight, Nasha, Carola, and Tara better light a candle and sing a Sankey and find them way back home. Because it's only Shelly alone can cross it.
Thank you, Mr.
Tonight, Ellie.
How did you do that?
How?
Yes.
Nobody has asked that, but he did that dub plate for me.
Yeah.
I had a clash, a marketing clash, so much 15 years ago. Janine, how long?
Wow.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
And of course, me win
Yes.
easily. And I asked him, I said, because he's like a godfather to me. I used to have coffee with him.
Yeah.
Every Sunday, I went to football matches. I was at Tivoli. So, you're a real
Yeah.
we are real
Yeah.
gangster in a real life, so not stop threatening me,
Right.
right? Yeah, so we used to have that relationship. Of course, never said this before. This is a little bit of tea. There was another time, so I called him about the clash, and I said, Mr. Seaga, we need 2 dub from you. And him say, yes, my daughter.
Are you serious?
Unlike other people, I
Yeah.
don't talk about my relationship with him to exploit it. I
Yeah.
savor it. He's my mentor in politics, in being a bold person. I loved watching him. I'm not saying he was perfect. I don't think anybody was.
Right.
But I have his book right beside me, and it's to my daughter. Okay.
Well, I'm.
One more.
Yeah.
My son is named after him, John Edward Curran. Of course, I have pictures of him holding my stomach and all of this.
Yeah.
So he was like this. One more unto Honorable Edward Seaga, because I didn't make it to your funeral because I could not. I just couldn't. I cried for days and weeks, and I will ensure that his legacy and his voice is heard through my being. But he did something for my son that passed away 10 years ago, right before he passed away. My son was gravely ill, was at UWI, and nobody would tend to him. And I saw my son dying. And the only thing that I could think of on how to get people, moving, because, I'm just a digital person. There wasn't a big wig or enough, And I called him and I said, Mr. Seaga, can you come down here? My son is going to die. And he just walked on to the ward and says, where is justice? Who is looking after justice file? And my love, the antibiotics just start going to my son. He was so polite.
Yeah.
Where it was asked the questions, where are the doctors?
Yeah.
And who is looking after him? And I tell you, my son revived. Revived.
Yeah.
So when I say I love this man, I tell you, I love
Real
this
deep.
man.
Yeah, I got goosebumps listening to you. It's one of the things I wish the Jamaican society did. In other countries, the US, for example, very soon you'll hear about the Barack Obama Library. You'll also hear eventually about a Donald Trump library, even though that might be in San Quentin. But the thing about it is, in Jamaica, we don't honor our former prime ministers sufficiently. So this kind of real connection that you had with the late Edward Seaga is something that I'm happy that you shared it while I was on your set, and I'm sure your audiences, your tea timers, will enjoy that, and it shows that your connection to the Jamaican democracy is critical, and why what you do with this platform is so helpful to various segments of the Jamaican population. The way you spoke of Mr. Seaga reminds me of the way I speak about Portia Simpson.
Oh, we know you guys got big up Mama P. I love Mama P.
Oh my goodness, I have
Mama
to.
Mama P. Them I said 2 minutes. Them say we have
2 minutes left.
But it's such a great. It's not many. Sometimes me just want to stop talk, but me don't want to stop talk with you. Me have to talk about Mama P. Give it some extra time.
Yeah.
Call this the tea time bonus. Yes. You see, Mama P, because we can't break from Mama P. You see, Mama P, look here, how me did a say show one time, Yeah, me did a say show. You know the time when me did a say show like a idiot out that road. But you see, when you see now Mama P, and she don't even care. She just see me in a love shushan, and she just, Lord Jesus. Me say, me just switch,
Yeah.
Yeah, just for her hug, her pureness, her leadership style, and I if I ever gave you any trouble in the sake of, because I'm going through a cleansing period, right?
Yeah.
Anybody that which I really didn't. I really didn't, but I know that I might have been very not objective on certain situations with her. And if I ever disrespected you in my younger days in the name of politics, Shelly Quran is sorry.
Whoa.
Mama P, love you and respect you.
Yeah.
And we're going to make sure all that you have done for Jamaica is highlighted. This woman has grown up.
Portia Simsimila, and to give the full name, Portia Lucretia Simsimila, is a treasure.
She is.
She's somebody who led not from theory, but from a innate understanding that suffering was wrong, oppression was unnecessary, unkindness was just, or unkindness is illegal in her eyes. She would famously say that the only time you should look down on somebody, which her mother always told her, Mama Min, is when you're going to lift them up.
Jesus.
She's never been credited for what I had the honor working in her staff to watch. I remember we had a practice where I would do a review of what was the major news stories. I used to host a program called The Breakfast Club, which started at 6 a.m. So at 5 a.m. in the morning, my job included calling her, having gone through what was the editorial and the major stories for the day, and I would prompt her and said, well, this is what's been reported and stuff like that, and the matters arising, she will act on it. And I remember once being in her office, and we brought a matter to her attention, and she just went silent for a while. She said, just give me a few. And then she just started to speak. I took up my laptop and just captured everything that she said. And in her response to the issue, she was able to design what became known as a community renewal program. I remember one specific line from that. She says that too many of our playing fields have become killing fields. And that when she became Prime Minister, she wanted a program of community renewal that will turn our inner cities into winner cities.
Jesus.
And we worked together and designed an entire policy around that, which became a part of what was known as the progressive agenda. And in the People Power campaign, it was one of the things that she spoke about the most. It was captured in our manifesto. Another thing she says that so that more of our women can move from welfare to well-being and from well-being to wealth creation. And that process led to the Jamaica Emergency Employment Program. And she wanted us to prioritize women in getting those jobs. So
and one more thing, Portia and Shelly want to move from Benz to Lambo. Because he look like a progressive woman.
no, well, in that situation, should have looked on you
Yes.
and should have said, because she would have probably asked you, why do you need a vehicle that is going to guzzle so much petrol and give off so much carbon emissions? She'd probably want you to get an electric car.
No,
'Cause
we
she
are
was-
saying we are Barbie doll. Portia, you don't understand.
You
Yes.
say you're a Barbie doll.
We are Barbie.
Oh, and Tesla not up to the Barbie.
No.
Anything you
Listen.
say. Anything you say.
This has been a great interview. I am telling everybody, me have to invite Raymond because honestly, he must have to come back again because
I told a few people before,
Yes.
not a lot of persons know. I told a few people that has come in on the program, and one person famously said, "Please, never go boring up the thing with no climate change."
yes, we know.
I hope I
you
wasn't
never
bo-
bring the
I hope I
presents.
wasn't
You never
boring.
bring up no. I didn't-
So I brought you these cups as a
Yes.
token, and I went on my farm. I cut some special tea.
Yes.
But I'll leave that with
we need
you.
a tea.
But I have a gift befitting your regalness, but I won't disclose that on camera.
All right. We hear that? Me not have no time for the licky section. But Raymond bring a whole heap of thing from country and me get to drink out him good mug. You see, me love free things. Yes, my love. It was such a pleasure. Boom! I want you to just give a shout out to the tea timers.
All right, so Tea Timers, during the holidays, she did a live, and I was on Instagram, and I went on the live, and she says, Raymond, I'm going to invite you on the program, and a couple of you in the comments was, he will never come.
Oh, what? You know who Shelly Quran is?
They wouldn't know,
They
you know.
wouldn't know,
They wouldn't wouldn't know.
Make them know.
They wouldn't know.
They wouldn't
They
feel
would
like.
not know
What they
how-
feel like? My
yeah,
thing
man.
stop at dance hall. My thing global, my love.
You know what? People will stop missing Barbara Walters after this.
Oh, and Wendy, it's a good time to tell them. Wendy Williams, somebody from our team DM me and said, "We see you." Put up, Wendy! Wendy, what are you cheer? This like, Mama, are you cheer this? But just a warm it up for you, my love. And invite me to New York. Mama shopping. Yeah, man. Girl, fit for it. Yeah, man, me go keep them buzzy. Thank you, Raymond.
It was my pleasure.
And I will be inviting you back.
And I'm going to speak to the comrade leader and let him know that you have an
need to
invitation
come.
for him, and we'll see what happens.
And I want to, me not got me, remember
Who
say
else
me.
you want? Who else you want on the program?
Let me tell you what I really want.
Yes.
I want some money in my account. I have wigs. I have all kind of things. I have a good short. Ask the reader if it's not a space. Me no want suffer. Tell him say, I will want help him. But him have to come here. But me need. Remember say when I scam like the rest of them, like them down the scamming place. We tell you what we want.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
You understand? Like, but this, you scratch your back. I may scratch it, but at the same time, the tea timers are very powerful.
Tea timers are voters too.
The voters.
Tea timers are voters too.
And
so I'll tell
hold
him.
on.
Tea timers are voters too.
And donators and the rich people me target. Yes, every little $10 from all over America. Them ready and the hey, talking about Zelle. Oh no, tap me up, no man. Security have to beef up. What you mean? Thank you.
You're welcome,
Oh God,
queen.
every minute me I say bye. Sure.
I'll be back.
That is it. Thank you.
I'll be back.
Come.